Picture this. It's late. You've had a long, exhausting, heavily stressful day. The house is finally quiet and you're sitting on the couch just trying to decompress. Your dog hops up next to you and naturally, without even thinking about it, you reach over and start petting them. You stroke their head, you scratch behind their ears. They lean heavily into your hand. Their eyes softly close. Everything in the room is completely peaceful. But then, the rhythm breaks. They do something highly specific and very deliberate. They open their eyes, they lift one of their front paws, and they reach out. Gently but firmly, they place that paw directly on your arm, your leg, or your hand. What is your immediate reaction when this happens? If you are like 98% of dog owners, you are conditioned to believe this is a transaction. You probably smile, look down and say, "Oh, do you want more pets, Sunise?" Or, "Are you begging for a treat?" We have been taught our entire lives that whenever a dog uses their paw, they are demanding something from us, but what if I told you that this specific, quiet gesture isn't a request at all? What if instead of asking for something, they are actually trying to give you something profoundly beautiful? If you constantly brush their paw away, if you laugh it off, or if you just assume they want food, you are completely missing one of the deepest, most emotional attempts at cross-species communication your dog is capable of. Tonight, we are going to decode the secret language of touch, because what your dog is really saying when they reach out for you might just break your heart. To truly understand the weight of this gesture, we have to look back. Way back. Before houses, before collars, before humans and dogs shared a living room. Let's look at your dog's closest wild ancestor, the wolf. In a wolf pack, communication is incredibly complex. They play, they fight, they comfort each other, and they show affection. But if you watch wolves interact in the wild, you will notice something fascinating. When wolves want to show affection to another member of their pack, they use their mouths, they lick each other's muzzles, they gently nibble, they rub their heads together. Do you know what wolves rarely do to show affection? They do not use their paws to gently stroke or hold another wolf. In the wild, a raised paw is often a sign of hunting, pinning down prey, or sometimes asserting dominance. So, why does your golden retriever, your French bulldog, or your mixed-breed rescue dog use their paw to gently touch you? Because they learned it. But they didn't learn it from other dogs. They learned it from us. Over 30,000 years of evolution, dogs have been watching humans. They have studied our hands. They see that human hands are instruments of love. We use our hands to feed them, to hold them, to scratch the spots they can't reach, and to comfort them when thunderstorms roll in. Your dog is a genius of empathy. They realize that in the human world, physical touch with an appendage is how love is translated. When your dog lifts their paw and places it on you, they are bridging an evolutionary gap. They are abandoning their wild canine instincts, and they are actively trying to speak human. Now, let's look at the exact moment this usually happens. It almost always occurs while you are already petting them, right? There is a massive biological event happening under the surface during this interaction. Science has proven that when a human and a dog engage in calm physical contact and look into each other's eyes, both species experience a dramatic spike in oxytocin. Oxytocin is commonly called the love hormone, or the bonding chemical. It is the exact same hormone that floods a mother's brain when she holds her newborn baby. It physically lowers your heart rate, reduces blood pressure, and melts away anxiety. When you sit on the couch and stroke your dog's fur, you are essentially pumping natural anti-anxiety medicine into their bloodstream. It feels like pure bliss to them. But dogs are not selfish creatures. They are pack animals. They are deeply empathetic. They know that your hand on their body is the source of this incredible feeling, and their immediate, overwhelming instinct is to return the favor. But they don't have hands. They don't have the fingers required to stroke your hair or massage your shoulders. The closest physical tool they possess is their paw. When you are petting your dog, and they reach out and rest their heavy paw on your arm, animal behaviorists call this petting back. They are applying their own physical weight to your body, trying to send that same surge of love and comfort right back into your system. They are literally saying, I feel how much you love me right now, and I want you to feel how much I love you back. This gesture takes on an entirely different, so almost heartbreaking meaning if your dog is a rescue or if they have a history of trauma. For a dog that has been abandoned, abused, or neglected, human hands were not always instruments of love. In their past, hands might have meant pain. Hands might have meant pushing away, hitting, or unpredictable danger. For these dogs, physical touch is terrifying. They spend their first weeks or months in a new home avoiding contact, flinching when you reach for them, and keeping a safe distance. But then, one day, the invisible wall breaks. Usually it happens quietly. You might be sitting on the floor. You aren't forcing an interaction. You're just existing in the same space. And slowly, carefully, that dog approaches you. They don't jump on you. Instead, they sit down, look at your face, and tentatively, with a shaking limb, they place one paw on your knee. If a dog with a traumatic past does this to you, I need you to understand the magnitude of what just happened. That paw placement is not a request for food. It is a surrender. It is them letting go of months or years of justified fear. That single paw on your knee is the heaviest weight in the world, because it carries the message, I am terrified, but I choose to trust you anyway. Please don't hurt me. It is the ultimate canine white flag, woven with hope. There is another crucial reason they use this specific touch, and it happens when you are the one who is hurting. Dogs are emotional sponges. They can smell the chemical changes in your sweat when your cortisol, the stress hormone, spikes. They hear the subtle, eyes-jagged shifts in your breathing before you even realize you are having a panic attack or crying. When your dog approaches you during a moment of intense grief, sadness, or stress, notice how they touch you. They rarely paw at you frantically. Instead, they use firm, steady pressure. They will lay their head heavily on your lap and they will press their paw firmly against your body. Sometimes they even curl their wrist slightly, creating a little hook around your arm or leg, pulling you in. In the psychiatric world, there is a technique used for humans with severe anxiety, autism, or PTSD. It's called deep pressure therapy. Applying firm, weighted pressure to the body forces the autonomic nervous system to transition from fight or flight mode into rest and digest mode. Weighted blankets do this. A tight hug does this. Your dog doesn't have a medical degree, but guided entirely by thousands of years of evolutionary empathy, they instinctively know exactly what your nervous system needs. That heavy paw on your arm when you're crying isn't them asking to go outside. It is an emotional anchor. They are trying to literally pin you to the present moment. They are saying, you are spiraling, and I am here to hold you down. You are safe. I am right here. So the next time the house is quiet and your dog reaches out to place their paw on your arm, please pause for just a second. Don't immediately assume they want a treat. Don't gently brush it away so you can keep scrolling on your phone or typing on your laptop. Stop what you are doing. Leave their paw exactly where it is, and let them hold you. Recognize the immense, no beautiful effort it takes for a creature of a completely different species to step out of their wild instincts and try to speak your emotional language. They are taking the softest, most vulnerable parts of their paws, and they are using them to build a bridge directly to your heart. It is an anchor. It is a thank you. And it is, without a doubt, the greatest compliment they can ever give. If this video helped you understand the profound soul of your furry best friend just a little bit better, please hit that like button and subscribe. We want to hear from you. Does your dog use the paw hook when you are sad? Tell us your stories in the comments below. Until next time, give your dog an extra long hug today and thank them for always holding your hand.